All right, Shalom Yasharala. Before we get started, we gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. We're back with another video, another lesson. The title of this one is called, as you saw in the beginning, MisInfo / DisInfo police units targets conspiracy theorists. And it actually comes from an article. I just shortened it a little bit. Give me 1 second. Comes from the People's Voice. All right, and it says Democrats propose police fact-checking units to target conspiracy theorists spreading misinformation. All right, and this can lead to the famine of the word, which we always preach about. Okay, it's gonna be a famine which the Lord is gonna bring. All right, but he's gonna use Esau to do it. All right, so the Lord is gonna put the spirit on Esau to bring something to happen. He could shut down the internet. We know the Lord's gonna take away his true prophets off the highways and hedges. So like we always say, this truth is only for a limited time. You don't have forever to get this word, man. Okay, so let's get into it. It says Democrats are calling for stronger powers, all right, for fact checkers to combat the spread of so-called misinformation. The initiative is backed by a controversial law enforcement group known as Lexipol, which aims to create police-run fact-checking units. It says these units will be tasked with censoring misinformation in real time and punishing those deemed responsible for spreading it. If you thought Snopes were bad, wait until you are being fact-checked by the police, right? It says Lexipol, a company that works with police departments in 35 states across the U.S., is suggesting that law enforcement set up misinformation / disinformation units. These units, right, would be tasked, and hold on, give me 1 second. All right. So like it says misinformation / disinformation units. These units will be tasked with tackling information deemed false by the authorities and granted powers to monitor and arrest those who share the information. You see? So they can come straight to your door if they wanted to. All right, and if you spreading what they deem misinformation, right? What they deem it, they can arrest you on that. Like take for example the MOTB, like we always speak about. They can label that as misinformation. The CEO, the 2020 jump shot, they can deem that as misinformation if you bring out the truth on it. So the truth is going to be outlawed soon, right? It says this is a recent article on policeone.com, a site for law enforcement professionals, posed the question: are you ready for the battle against mis/disinformation? Given that Lexipol works with over 8,000 police agencies across the country, this question carries a lot of weight. That's actually who Lexipol is. All right. Or Lexipol, how you say it. It says Lexipol is a private company that provides public safety and local government agencies with tools and services to help improve safety and quality of life for communities. Doesn't really give you much. It says Lexipol was founded in Southern California in 2003, right, by Gordon Graham and Bruce Prayett, both former police officers who became lawyers. So these were founded by former police officers who became lawyers. So that's why you see they're working with over 30,000. What did it say? Where's that? They were with 35 police departments across the state. You see, so let's continue. It says I'll read this again. It says, given that Lexipol works with over 8,000 police agencies across the country, this question carries a lot of weight. The article cites January 6th as an example of misinformation that could have been suppressed in advance by police with fact-checking powers. You know, saying it could have been that was a setup, it was a psyop, or saying that what they call those they had agents among them, right? Provocateurs, spies, right? Saying that could deem it as misinformation, which is it's a lot of truth to that, you know, because we got spies and we got agents, and there's truth, man. You see, so. And it says, in quote, for example, the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol was fueled by widespread disinformation and misinformation about election fraud, right, leading to unprecedented violence and overwhelming police operations at the Capitol. Some officers were even perceived as sympathetic to the rioters, further eroding public confidence in law enforcement's impartiality. And they were. If you watch the footage, you know, it's a bunch of footage on it. You can see that most of the officers didn't do anything. They just let them run through the White House. But let them been a bunch of, you know, Jakes, you know, so-called Black, Latino, Native American men and women. They had shot them down before they even got to the Capitol. You know. So it says the proposal goes beyond just identifying misinformation. Lexipol wants police to work with tech companies and community organizations, including the ADL, to create systems that can spot harmful content in real time. Content deemed harmful will be immediately censored, and the social media user will be dealt with by the police. And there's it was a recent let me see if I can find it. Happened over in Germany. I believe it was Germany. Let me see. They got arrested for stirring up violence on Facebook. Let me see. See if I can find it. I don't think it was that. Let me see. It wasn't that long ago. Was it this? Let me see. No, this isn't it. It was during when it was violence over in the UK, or was it? It probably was that. Let me see if I can get that. Yeah, here. I think this is it right here. Let's click on this. The Guardian. Yep. It says 2 men jailed for social media posts that stirred up far-right violence. Right? I'll just read a little bit. It says 2 men have been sent to prison for stirring up hatred and violence online after the Southport attack. In the first cases of their kind linked to the recent riots seen across the country. Jordan Parler, 28, was jailed for 20 months after pleading guilty to inciting racial hatred with Facebook posts in which he advocated an attack on a hotel in Leeds as part of the violent public disorder that swept England last week. In Northampton, Tyler K., 26, was given 3 years and 2 months in prison for posts on X that call for mass deportation and for people to set fire to hotels housing asylum seekers. You know, and that's you can go read more on that. You know, but they want to This happened over in the UK. 2 men jailed for social media posts, you know, and they could do the same thing to us. You know, like the things we speak on, the destruction of America, you know, civil war, right? The downfall of America, right? The mark of the beast, you know. So going back, and then we'll get to the scriptures. So they can deem content like that harmful, like the things we speak on, So it says, this obviously raises serious concerns about the potential for government and tech companies to collaborate in ways that could infringe on free speech and liberty. And that's what they want to attack. They want to attack that First Amendment. Let's see if we can get that. What is the First Amendment? It says the First Amendment to the United States Constitution prevents the government from making laws respecting an establishment of religion, prohibiting from the free exercise of religion. Let me see. Is it First Amendment or Second Amendment? It could be. Yeah. The First Amendment to the United States Constitution prevents the government from making laws respecting an establishment of religion, prohibiting the free exercise of religion, or abridging the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, the freedom of assembly, or the right to petition the government for redress of grievances. You see? So they can and they make laws to take away your free speech now. You know? Because why? The truth is coming out. A lot of people know, you know, that who runs the world now. You know, they can no longer hide. Right? So let's go back and finish it out. Okay. It says right here, it says the company recommends that police create units specifically designed designed to find and fact check false information, as well as develop counter narratives to push back against misleading claims. It says overall, it says this approach raises important questions about how far law enforcement should go in monitoring speech, and whether it might lead to more censorship. Overall, the idea of police-run misinformation units could change the way we discuss and share information. It highlights the fine line between protecting the public and limiting free speech. As this conversation continues, we must consider what kind of society we want to create and how much control we're willing to give to law enforcement over our words. And they want total control, man. All right? They want to control everything. They want a totalitarian society. If you don't know what totalitarian is, look it up. Right? But let's get to these scriptures. Let's get first Amos. All right? Amos 8 and 11. Okay. This is Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, right? Or the Lord power. It says that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. That's the name of the Most High, Bahashem, in the name Yahweh Shai, the name of the only begotten Son, right? It says, they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. So there'll come a time where the prophets, the true prophets, won't be out on the highways and hedges anymore, right? It's gonna come a time where the internet's gonna be shut down, you know, right? It's gonna become a time where, you know, these videos, they're not gonna be doing videos forever. You may try to go look up Hebrew Israelites online, but like the Elder Yahshua Woman said, you know, in one of his videos, he said all you're gonna find is your only choice may be one body in Yahweh Shai. You know, the Israelites that sold out to Esau. You know, they're not gonna give you the true prophets. They're not gonna give you that. They're not gonna give you that option. So it says, reading it again, they shall wander from sea to sea, right? And from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. You're not gonna be able to find the word. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. You know, so people gonna be looking for this word. People gonna be looking for the prophets of the Lord. You know, but they're not gonna find them unless you know, already with one. If you're a woman, you know. But yeah, a lot of people not gonna find this word, man. A lot of people may have Bibles, but they're not gonna have the understanding of what's going on. Who's gonna have that? Let's get Isaiah real quick. Isaiah 8, and let's put this in the NET. See what it says. Oh wow. All right. NLT. Wow. What in the world? Okay. Let's do it like this. This is Isaiah 8:16 in the NET. It says, tie up the scroll as legal evidence, seal the official record of the Most High's instructions, and give it to my followers. See that? And NHNV, bind up the testimony, seal the law among my, I don't know what that says. Let's read the NIV. It says, bind up this testimony of warning and seal up God's instructions among my disciples. You see, so only the true men of the Lord, true men and women, right, of Yahweh Shemi Shai, the elect, they will have this word sealed up in them, in their minds. Okay, while the rest of the people that were playing around, right, didn't take this serious. When that time comes, then they're gonna want to seek the word of the Lord, but it's gonna be too late, right? So let's now get Ezekiel. Let's read Ezekiel 7:25. Okay, and that reads, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priests, and counsel from the ancients. You see, so mischief. What is mischief? Let's look that up. We know what mischief is, but let's look it up over here. It says ruin, disaster. So disaster is going to happen. One after another, right? A rumor is what? Report, news, rumor. Report, news, tidings. All right, mention. It says something heard, i.e. an announcement. Doctrine, fame, mentioned. News, report, right? So one thing's going to happen. One thing, disaster is going to happen. It's a disaster is going to happen one after another. You know, you're going to start hearing a bunch of rumors, a bunch of reports, right? I want to see what it says in another translation, but this thing won't act right. You know, so that's all good. But reading again, destruction. It said, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priests, and counsel from the ancients. You see, so let's read let's try to go over here and read it in the if we can. That was what Ezekiel. That was Ezekiel 7. Right. I was reading the Good News translation. Ezekiel 7:25. In the GNT, it says, despair is coming. You will look for peace and never find it. One disaster will follow another, and a steady stream of bad news will report in. Woo! You will beg the prophets to reveal what they foresee. The priests will have nothing to teach the people, and the elders will have no advice to give. You see? So we're gonna have nothing to tell you, man. What does it say in Ezekiel 2? Roughly paraphrasing, he shall make the tongue, all right, cleave to the roof of of the prophets' mouths, man. Lord willing, we are those men. You see? So let's read that again. One disaster will follow another, and a steady stream of bad news will pour in. You will beg the prophets to reveal what they foresee. The priest, right, will have nothing to teach the people. I'll read it again. The priest will have nothing to teach the people, and the elders will have no advice to give. See? So we ain't gonna have nothing to tell you, man. You know, it's gonna be too late. You see? That's when judgment start happening. That's when they want to seek the Lord, man. But it's gonna be too late at that point. It's that the king will mourn, the prince will give up hope, and the people will shake with fear. I will punish you for all you have done, and judge you in the same way as you have judged others. This will show you that I am the Lord. You see? So now let's read Isaiah 29:21. Right? And it says, I'm gonna start at 19. It says, the meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and the poor among men shall rejoice, and the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. that verse 21, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. Who the ones who reprove in the gate? All right. The the prophets, the true prophets, right? And turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Let's read that in the let's read this in the GNT. Isaiah 29. Excuse me. Isaiah 29 and 19. Poor and humble people will once again find the happiness which the Lord, the holy power of Israel, gives. It will be the end of those who oppress others and show contempt for the Most High. Every sinner will be destroyed. The Most High will destroy those who slander others, those who prevent the punishment of criminals, and those who tell lies to keep honest people from getting justice. Doesn't really, it's okay translation, but the Most High will destroy those who slander others. And who is it going to destroy? Mainly, the 2/3 of our people, all right, that slander the prophets, basically gonna slander Esau also. They accuse us day and night. Those who prevent the punishment of criminals, and those who tell lies to keep honest people from getting justice. But I like the KJV better. But let's continue. Let's get this last one. All right, Isaiah 59:15. All right. Isaiah chapter 59, I'm going to start at 14. It says, and judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. You see? So truth faileth, and in the times to come, you can't speak. Well, you can't do it now, but soon to come, it's really gonna be what's that word? You're gonna be able to do it at all, for lack of better words. It's gonna be if you can say ostracized, you can say that. You won't be able to speak the true words of the Bible, because they may ban the Bible. They may not burn them, but from speaking, street speaking and all that, you won't be able to do that anymore in the times to come. And it's gonna be all of the Lord, like we read in Amos 8:11. He's gonna bring the famine of the word, but he's gonna use Esau to do it. However he may. So, go back to the article. Salakia. All right, so this is Democrats propose police fact-checking units to target conspiracy theorists spreading misinformation. That's what they deem misinformation. So they can come. They're gonna eventually come down. On the men of the Lord. Those if you call yourself Hebrew Israelite, even if you're not on the highways and hedges, or doing videos, if you watching videos, if you helping out the prophets, they're gonna come down on you too. You women as well. So. You call yourself Hebrew Israelite, they're gonna come down on you, man. They're gonna deem you a conspiracy theorist. They're gonna target you, But hey, we had trust in the Most High. We have trust in Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man. So we're gonna be taken care of. Lord will, we are those men, and women of the Lord. So Lord willing, this was edifying. We gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakaha Kwadash. And double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will you was edified. Until next video, I'm going to say, Shalom.